Welcome in to a late Sunday night edition here, right on time. Happy belated, merry belated Christmas to you and your family here on this Christmas weekend as we wrap it up with a little Sunday night football, Washington and Dallas. I feel like I just watched this game a couple of days ago. Did that just happen?
The amount of time that the Cowboys get on national television.
Well, not only that, did these two
but
teams
these
just
two,
play?
yes.
Okay.
The Green Genie and
COVID?
Heineke out there.
Wow, that had to be a shot to the head on Heineke. Diggs, already another interception tonight as Dallas up 7-0 here in the middle of the first. Merry Christmas to you after there.
Got the under.
Out there. Oh, yeah? Okay.
We'll see. A little teaser with the under and the Saints under.
Anybody from the fantasy squad on the field tonight?
I'm going against Zeke, which I hate to say. Like we were saying in our pre-production
scored
meeting.
for him.
I know. I'm a little nervous, But he had Mahomes, and he didn't go off. That's all. He had Mahomes and Tyreek.
Michael Parsons is so good.
A dog.
Like, NFL defensive MVP good. Like, not rookie of the year good. Like, all-pro good.
They were showing his odds to win rookie of the year now, and it's like minus 3,000. Like, it's wrapped up. So he's going to win defensive rookie of the year.
I wonder if he's going to be like an all-pro.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Like, he not only did he lock up rookie of the year, but he might be defensive player of the year.
Agree.
He is that good.
Heineke's getting murdered out there right now.
And they showed in Hard Knocks, they showed him working on pass moves with DeMarcus Ware, former Cowboy.
Yeah.
And DeMarcus was like, this guy's a freak.
Yeah.
So this was a long time
coming.
He's
got he's got like it all. He's got speed, strength. Joey Burrow goes off
they'll bury the lead here.
As Burrow, fourth most passing yards in NFL history with 525. Four scores, none of them going to Jam, but Jam's got a really good day. 7 for a 125 for Jamar as NFLSU was showing off on this Sunday. Debo Jones, 10 tackles. We had Deion Jones had 10 tackles. Somebody else had 10 tackles today for LSU. Let me look this up.
Patrick Queen.
Patrick Queen had 10 tackles. Justin Jefferson needed just 21 yards entering Sunday's contest versus Odell Beckham and the Los Angeles Rams to pass up Beckham for his 2,755 receiving yards. Jefferson now has 2,851 after his 116 catches, 116 for 8 catches in today's loss versus Los Angeles. So LSU performing all over the place here on this Sunday, as we tell you. Joey Burrow with his best day as a pro. 525 yards, 80% completion percentage, and 4 scores on this Sunday as Baltimore is knocked out of the playoffs by the Bengals, who are still sitting in first place right now in that AFC division heading into the playoffs. Burrow and the boys got them believing up there in Cincinnati. We're going to talk to Ben Baby tomorrow morning on the Jordy Culotta Show, so looking forward to that. Good to be with you on this Sunday night. Make sure you hit that like button, share button, comment button. We appreciate you being here on this Sunday edition of the Jordy Culotta Show, which is always presented by Lance Beal, attorney at law. Remember, check out Lance Beal, our attorney who sponsors us every Sunday night. He's down in Acadiana Parish, as he can help you out with anything that you need as far as legal representation goes. Find him on Facebook. You can find him online. As we always say, that website is fantastic at the law office of lancebeal.com, where he can help you out with anything you're looking for, representation on personal injury, small business, construction law, family law, and estate planning. Get in touch with Lance Beal, your attorney, and ours here on this Sunday night edition of the Jordy Culotta Show. As we said, really the story of this Sunday had to be Burrow, right? As Burrow, 525 yards, sets a single-game franchise record as the Bengals beat the Baltimore Ravens 41-21. First time Cincinnati sweeps the Baltimore Ravens since 2015, as right now Cincinnati sits in first place atop the AFC North. Burrow was lighting them up, man. I mean, it was vintage Burrow, just finding the open guy and painting them into the open spots. He had finished with 4 touchdowns, 37 of 46, and was just it was awesome. I know that Baltimore was missing a lot of guys, and they were down with COVID. Nobody hurt worse right now than the New Orleans Saints. we'll talk about that in a little bit, is our friend Jeff Duncan over at NOLA.com. Times-Picayune was on the local news affiliate over there with Garland Gillen talking about that the Saints were blowing up Drew Brees over the last couple of days, see if they couldn't pull him out of the NBC desk, out of retirement, to take a couple of snaps. Brees gave him a call back and said he just couldn't make the throws to get back out there. So Ian Book,
we knew that last year.
your starting quarterback for the New Orleans Saints tomorrow night, and Alvin Kamara going to serve as backup.
Do you think that they offered Drew Brees like a backup role?
No.
It would
I think Brees
because he would not get pads on. Yeah, no way.
No
Okay.
way.
But if he's saying I can't make the throws, he doesn't want to go out there and embarrass himself.
That's coming from probably Brees. Like no chance.
No chance.
No chance.
Well, you all saw the trainer video. What are you talking about, dude? Nobody's ever done this, Drew.
Well, I mean, if
you're working harder than
ever, you really
ever.
want me to come out there, I'm not coming out there to hold a clipboard.
No. Dust off the old number 9. It would have been unbelievable.
Yeah, it would have been cool. It would have been cool to be there on a Monday night.
It's a no-win spot.
Well, see,
for
I think
him.
that's why probably Brees, because like the reports were, like he went outside and started throwing the ball around the yard to see if he could do it. Because I mean, we know Brees loves the
jostled the kids out of bed on Christmas.
Loves
it's
the
not
camera.
saying no, we're working today.
Yeah, right. Up, boys.
Up, boys.
Let's go. Lights on.
Licking the finger.
Blowing the whistle 6 a.m. Getting them up in the halls. Cleats on, boys. Living in Hawaii. The Breeze is living in Hawaii right now. On that.
Really? So he has to travel back for the NBC show?
What time zone is that?
Oh, God. You know
that
me.
is not. I mean, obviously, Pacific time zone is 4 hours. What is that? Is it 2 hours?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
time zone discussion.
Dude, time zone Lloyd
It
is a rabbit hole you don't want to go down.
And it'll expose us.
Absolutely.
It'll expose
Dude,
us.
Mikey doing math the other day on the show.
Yeah.
Like, we were just hoping.
Right.
Whatever you say sounds right.
Expose us like Mikey's Christmas pick.
He's out there gambling.
Like
though.
his
Got
ankles.
Some picks, yeah.
Hey, I told him the socks and the Uggs look is very aggressive. But it does show that he just threw it on for the picture.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Is this on Instagram?
I think so.
Yeah. Did he take it or was it Allie?
Oh, no, definitely.
Yeah.
No, definitely.
God,
definitely.
he's wrapped around that finger, huh?
Definitely, Allie.
Sorry, Mikey.
All right, so remember, every Sunday night we're brought to you by Lance Beal, attorney at law. We will talk to BJ Ojulari coming up here in 10 minutes. We'll check in with BJ to see how this week's preparation has gone. If you don't mind, hit that like button, hit that comment button every Sunday night. How was Christmas, bro?
Great Christmas. Great Christmas.
Really? Yeah.
Dad's birthday is December 24th,
Okay,
like we
how's
said.
he feeling?
Great.
Okay.
He's
All
back.
right,
He's back. He
okay.
bounced back very
Okay.
quickly. Yeah,
That's good to hear.
Little bout with the, within the profession he's in, there are a lot of Christmas variants out there. But he bounced back, and we had to get a little seafood gumbo.
Okay.
Did the whole deal, dude. So he got, like he says, he was 24 hours away from being Christ.
Nice.
The world would be much different.
Low key.
Very, very. Watch a little basketball. The season
Yeah.
started yesterday.
Steph Curry.
Legit.
Best player in the league right now.
Got some bets from Noah. Thank you,
Really?
Noah. Yes.
The totals, they say, are the plays in the NBA.
Christmas Day
Nobody
unders.
really plays the numbers, like plays the teams in the NBA. Like they play the totals.
The theory
right?
out there, and it's Big Cat from Barstool has been doing this for quite a while. It's that you do Christmas unders, you hammer them, because who wants to really be playing basketball today? Like they probably went out the night before.
Sure.
Very good theory, and it's been proven and it's been watched for quite a while. So you just hop on all of the unders and you can parlay them, but first one hit and you just keep riding from there.
Yeah. NBA can suck you in.
It's about to.
Well, I mean, it's about to be the only game in town, and they play about 8 to 12 games a night. So I mean, it's a lot like baseball where you can just you can steamroll this thing.
Yeah.
I mean, by Wednesday you're 5K in.
Yeah. Oh, if you're gambling like that and you're chasing, that's the
Well,
worst
the NBA
part.
can allow that.
Because there's games everywhere.
Even with like
everywhere.
$150, $200 bets, because you're just doubling up,
rolling it together.
Up. Yeah, right.
I don't know what LeBron's going to do. That LA team does not seem very good.
They're not good at all.
What he put that together.
They're not good at all. And no way he gets traded because he can't leave LA. He's got too much business. I think LeBron's more worried about the business of LeBron now than he is really about winning basketball games.
But he's playing so good. He's the best. Like clearly, he's dropped 30 like the past 3 nights. He can still go, and he's 36. About to be his birthday, December 30th.
Yeah.
Same birthday as my mother.
It's incredible how good he is.
Up.
Yeah, I mean,
him and Tiger.
Just to be able to run and jump and
every night.
At 37, dude. I mean,
couldn't be me.
All right, BJ Ojulari is going to be here in a couple of minutes. If you're out there, what are some of the things that you would like to ask BJ? I feel like we ask him a lot of the same things every week. So if you have any interesting questions that we can get filtered and get past and get to the defensive end, let me know. As we'll get them over to BJ coming up here at around 8 a.m. tonight. As we said, every Sunday night, we're brought to you by the law offices of Lance Beal. And don't forget our guy over at Fletcher Paint, Brian Fletcher over at Fletcher Painting. He brings you Rohan every week, and Rohan's been very busy with the 7-on-7 stuff, what's been going on with F3 Elite, so he has not been in as regularly as he was during the football season. But we don't want to forget about our guy, Brian Fletcher over at Fletcher Painting, who has gotten a lot of projects. I've seen signs popping up all over town, including at some historic sites that are refurbished downtown. Fletcher Painting is really in leaving his mark on a lot of those sites. Check them out on Facebook. Check them out their website. Everything is right there on social media. But Fletcher Painting, weekly sponsor here on the Jordy Culotta Show.
Good Christmas for the fam for you. Low key.
Very low key. We did Jordan on. Even the Kron is like. I mean, it's everywhere, bro. I mean, I really didn't. Yeah, I'm not. Don't get me going. But I'm just not. Come on, man. It's a cold. Really. I'm respectful. I'll be respectful.
I'll play your game.
I'll be respectful.
But this one, this is the.
Come on, let's play football. Let's play basketball. Let's.
Oh, so it's affecting the little league sports?
No, it's not. But like the family get-togethers, we've got a couple in the
people
family
on both
that
sides of the
not even the political structure. I mean, there's people that have it, So I think that everybody's kind of trying to be respectful on it and just saying, now we're going to try to move the date to another date. But we did do church Christmas morning at 8 a.m. because we did presents for little Jay on
Do you still
on
have
Christmas
to wake?
Eve.
Does he wake you up still?
This was the first year. This is the first year that, and I don't want to spoil anything for anybody that may be watching out there.
Listening, yes.
Yeah, but it was the first year that it was very anticlimactic. You know what I mean?
There's no boot marks from the fireplace to the living room.
Right. No leaving the cookie crumbs.
Yeah, the milk's half drunk.
Right. No stomping on the roof.
No carrots in the yard. Well, did you see the Alexa where the kid goes and asks if reindeer can fly, and he asks Alexa, and the dad's in the recliner, and the kid just runs up to the Alexa and goes, Alexa, can reindeer fly? And he pops up, like he kicks the legs and he looks back, and he goes, Alexa goes, no. And he goes, Santa's not real. And he goes, Alexa doesn't know what the hell she's talking about.
Santa is real, kids.
Love him.
Very real. Keep writing your letters and leaving the food out.
Yeah. He's working right now.
Yeah.
365, dude.
So it was, it was a very just kind of chill. It was very low key. It was very chill. Went over to the Noodle on Christmas evening. Got some work done. Cleared out some space. Huge week at the Noodle coming up. But it was very low key.
Nice.
Very low key, which I very much appreciated. This year it was pretty good. It was kind of weird how it felt a Saturday. Like you really won't miss a lot of time from Christmas. As like Friday was Christmas Eve, Saturday was Christmas. Monday you're right back at it. And then into New Year's, which I think is a very overrated holiday.
New Year?
Yes.
Oh, it depends on. We're showing our age there. Because when you're 19, 20,
yeah,
21,
absolutely.
New Year's.
It's in the wheelhouse.
I've thrown up in the shower for
sure.
the last 5 New Years. When I was 21 to
for
26,
sure.
It was starting the New Year not the right way. But that's what you do. We'd go see the Revivalists in New Orleans. We did that.
Yeah,
There's concerts. There's times out there,
I've done that. You're right.
You got to go chase a good time.
Cameron Renfro has got a $5 super chat for a question to BJ Ojulari. We appreciate that, Cameron. Make sure you hit that like button, that share button. Everybody's Christmas good out there. Comment on the best present you may have given, the best present you received this holiday season, as we are celebrating Christmas here on this December 26th. Anything that jumped out to you during this holiday season? Any rituals that you and your family have? Drop them inside of the chat app here on YouTube, Facebook, and we're at jordyculotta.show.com. And remember, if you're looking for the gear, it's at jordy.itemortar.com. jordy.itemortar.com. As we said, it's a huge week for the Noodle, as we should be up and operating 1 week from tonight. Pretty exciting, as we have got our debut and our eyes set. Wow, what a play! Is that Lawrence? That is. Oh my God!
Watch the ball.
Wow, defensive lineman. What's his first name? DeMarcus Lawrence. Just took a step back into pass coverage and intercepted the ball and went about 40 yards, high stepping and running through tackles. I mean, he's playing defensive end, hand in the dirt.
The Marcus Spears.
Yes, it is. It is the Marcus Spears National Championship game interception. He jumps up and leaps off the ground and knocks the ball. I hope he did not step out of bounds. I don't think he did. What a play. Oh, what a freak.
Because Spears kind of dropped into his zone, but it was very similar.
I mean, he's
to
at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I mean, that's a freak.
Looks at Sadiq Charles chasing him.
The Cowboys should be better, right? They have names everywhere.
It kind of looks like they are
finding their stride.
It's starting to click for them.
They just win gross.
Yeah. Coach Ken, stop lying to kids. I agree.
Sorry.
Is that your coach? Is that Coach Ken?
No, that was last week. Yeah. Coach Kev.
Coach Kev. Kate Carnahan, ask BJ if he can play quarterback. Jimmy Magoo, my 12-year-old, woke me up at 3:30 a.m. Even though, wow, that's pretty cool, Jimmy.
Would you want that?
Kinda, yeah. Now that I don't have it. You know what I mean? I've had it for the previous 8-9 years. I mean, now.
So this is the first time he wasn't really about it.
Well, I mean, he got it on Christmas Eve, right?
Yeah.
We were doing dunks and Vince Carter throwbacks.
I was waiting for the "It's over" from the video, but
the throwback is
It's a good. Maybe the best uniforms of all time.
It could be.
The old
even the
Raptor.
Vancouver Grizzlies.
Yes.
Have a teal Stromile, early Stromile.
And it makes I was just looking at away from it.
I love the Dallas Cowboys uniforms for some reason. You know what though? I love a gray pant because I love Georgia's uniform for the gray pants, and I love the Cowboys for the gray pant. A gray pant can suck me in.
So you like away baseball uniforms? Then?
I love a gray. The grays. LSU to me is the finest uniform that they have.
See,
when Matuk said which one do you want for? I said give me the gray.
See, I was staunch against the gray whenever I played. I hated it just reminds me so much of like Little League is what I thought of, because every pant you just got gray pants and here's your purple, but you're on purple team. Here's your gray pants, purple belt, purple socks, and so whenever you were able to kind of put together your own uniform and you get the alternates, that we were right there.
New York Giants, gray pant.
Yes, well those
are sick.
With the old school.
Yes,
like the all whites though. That's my favorite
of the Giants.
Of the Giants,
okay.
yeah. They went to the old Lawrence Taylor.
I love the gray pant, blue top, blue headgear.
See, I like the white helmet with the white jersey, like the old school. I think it's just Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah,
and that was probably their best look.
But they never had white helmets.
Did they not?
They never had white helmets. They used to have the Giant script across
but then they went with
now
the
they
NY.
have the NY.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Those are good, though.
Yeah, they're good. All right, let's get in touch with BJ Ojulari here on the Jordy Culotta Show. Jeffrey says his daughter pulled out videos from 20 years ago. See, that's going to be tough, man. I'm going to hate to. I know that these are the good old days. I do know that. Like, even like when we're outside, like playing pickup and playing like put out and horse and stuff like that, I'm like, these are the good old days.
Wait, did you get sweaty? Or you had, like,
sure.
You had to go run?
Yeah. I backed the truck up. I did have a real dad moment.
Lights.
I did have a real dad moment where I backed the truck up to the goal, lowered it, and Windexed the glass because the stain was really kind of getting to me. It was irritating me too much where I just couldn't take it anymore.
We actually noticed, me and Noah were shooting on
the
goal
really?
a couple of days ago.
Wow.
We were like, man, the backboard looks kind of, so you're right. It was the right call.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Feel confident in that.
Incredible look. Incredible upgrade. Kind of feels like a new
goal?
Almost a new court. I mean, it grabs your eye when you're walking up.
That's funny. So
the jersey did feel very dad.
The jersey set off like, I got to go play basketball right now in it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's the moment.
Friday night. Oh, no. I think his knee's pointing is his knee pointing a weird way?
Oh, this is a Tony Romo cramp situation?
Jay Booge, Jay, love the show. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Jay, Jimmy Magoo, it was not cool. My 4-year-old slept until 6:15. See, that's about right. All right, we'll get in touch with BJ Ojulari. We'll be right back here on the Jordy Culotta Show.
No trivia today.
Papa Earl's, the fine spice, originating right down here in South Louisiana by our guy Mark Pop Norman. Developed it back in 2018 and won Amazon's Newcomer of the Year in 2019. They pride themselves in having 30% less salt and sodium than the leading brands at the same price point. You can find them locally. Look for Papa Earl's at Rouse's, Calandro's, Mathern's, High Neighbor, and more. True Blue Water, true hydration at its finest. Right now, you're only a few minutes away from getting your 5-gallon water delivered to you, just like we are over here at the UDL. All you got to do is log on to truebluewater.com. That's TRU, bluewater.com. The website's fantastic over at truebluewater.com. You can get your service and find out how quick it is. You can schedule a delivery, even hop on the billing system right there at truebluewater.com. TRU, bluewater.com. Welcome back here to the Jordy Culotta Show as Washington threatening now here. Dallas up 3 scores, but just connected on a long touchdown throw. Long completion to set up a possible touchdown scenario for Washington first of the night. But 21-0 here at the end of the first quarter. BJ Ojulari, standout defensive end for LSU. One of the tops in SEC, getting ready for the Tax Act Texas Bowl with LSU versus Kansas State. Joins us every Sunday night here on the Jordy Culotta Show. And is getting ready in bowl preparation here as the Tigers will kick this thing off on January 4th. BJ joins us here. BJ, good afternoon, bro. Merry belated Christmas. How are you?
I'm doing good. Merry Christmas.
Absolutely. How was it, man? How were the holidays?
It was good. Came back home, see the family and stuff, so it was good to spend some time at home.
Get anything cool?
I got a PlayStation, so that's
take
pretty
it, bro.
cool.
5?
We'll take it.
PS5?
Yeah, the PS5.
We'll take it, bro.
Wow, we got it from Walker Howard.
Big tournaments. Big tournaments in the in WCA, or I guess what's the new where you guys live, wherever y'all lived. Is there big PlayStation tournaments?
Yeah, there's sometimes people do Madden tournaments or stuff like that, but I'm not really big into that all that.
What's your game of choice? What are you playing?
Call of Duty.
Okay.
What's the ratio?
You said what?
I said, what's that ratio? Kill to death.
I don't got the highest ratio, but
okay.
It's all right.
Not high enough to put it out there. Not high enough to put it out there. How has preparation been? It we're inching closer to the game. Does it feel like you're starting to get close to playing football?
Oh, yeah, it does feel like we're getting closer and closer. Preparation been going good. We had a good week of practice this week. So going into next week, we come back on the 28th. We got 3 more days of preparation before we fly out to Houston on the 31st.
You watch a lot of football today? Did you see LSU blowing up?
I didn't really watch a lot of football. My brother played, but I wasn't in for watching the game. But I see LSU basketball. They're doing pretty good too.
Yes, LSU huge win on Wednesday night going to Auburn. How close have you paid attention to this team?
I've been really paying attention lately. Since they've been undefeated. So I hope they can keep that going and take it all the way.
Do you hoop?
I used to hoop. I stopped hooping after my sophomore year of high school just to focus on football. Some guys are just way ahead of the game than me, so I just had to hang it up.
Good move for sure. Still play pickup?
Yeah. Sometimes the team gets together to go to somebody's house with a hoop and get some games in.
Starting 5 on the squad, you get to pick from the football locker room. Who are you going with?
I gotta say, I'm put Jonte Kirkland.
Okay.
He's athletic. I'm gonna pick. Let's see, Micah Baskerville.
Oh.
Jordan Tolles. He plays basketball.
Yeah, he's a hooper.
Sure.
He's a hooper.
Who
about Brian Thomas?
Yeah, either BT or Chris Hilton.
Okay.
Either one of those two. Now I'm picking me as a fifth.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Low on the block. Better put a body on him, block him out, bro. Those long arms, scooping up rebounds.
Jackie Moon, player coach.
Do y'all still run the rec? When we were there, the football team used to run the rec.
Oh yeah, they still go to the rec sometimes.
Yeah.
I haven't been there since my freshman year, but I know in the group chat they be trying to go to the rec.
Jontre getting any snaps at quarterback?
Oh yeah, he's definitely getting snaps at quarterback, getting ready to. I believe he's getting ready to start.
Let's go.
Let's go, dude.
Let's go, bro. Dude, Kansas State, they wouldn't be ready for that.
Oh yeah, I don't think they're gonna be ready for his attack, especially with his legs. He's been throwing the ball pretty accurate too at practice.
Yeah, I mean, like I was going to ask you. I mean, like I remember watching him at Lutcher, and he was a dog at quarterback. I mean, I was kind of curious that he hadn't gotten Wildcat snaps like while at LSU. I hope his last game at LSU that he is the starting quarterback. So he looked pretty good.
Yeah, he's been looking pretty good. Even Coach Davis said it, that they're not scared to let Jonte throw the ball. So they trust him.
Has Brian Kelly been out there? How's that dynamic kind of been with practice? Is he watching?
Yeah, he watches from the office. He implemented his practice schedule. So we've been following that. So here and there, he's just implementing little things about how he's going to run the program. But he's letting Coach Brad Davis take the reins during the bowl game time.
Cameron Renfro with a $5 super chat into the show says, "Ask BJ, how good is Dwight McGlothern?"
Oh, Dwight, he's amazing. I feel like he's made so much progress. Coming behind Eli and Derek, Dwight is one of those guys at practice that, he's just working. He's working all the time.
Oh.
And it definitely paid off for him this season.
All right, man. Everything good with you? So are you back in Baton Rouge?
No, I come back on Tuesday.
Sweet, bro. Safe travels on the road. Keep it all good. Everything good with you looking towards the second semester?
Yes, sir. Everything's going good. Finished this semester's going very strong. I'm an intercession right now, trying to get ahead of the curve and graduate early. So everything's going smooth.
Bro, that is the key to graduating early. Summer school and intercession.
Yes, sir.
Rob them credits. All right, man. Have a good week. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Later, man. There's BJ Ojulari checking in just like he does every Sunday night. Maybe a little breaking news there from BJ.
What?
Get in the end zone.
No,
bro, you're under
under.
on, dude.
Did he
28, yes, absolutely. 28, it's over. On to the next one.
I teased it, though, so, I got a little wiggle room.
Sadiq Charles looks good. Like, I mean, he's a starting left tackle in the NFL, man. I mean, he looks and moves pretty well out there.
Did they draft it? They didn't.
Yes, they drafted him, in the 3rd round. Touchdown. Easy call.
Oh, it's touchback.
No, it's not.
Wait, but I have Gibson in fantasy, so I need this. See, this is the conundrum. It's such bullshit.
It is.
Just gamble.
NFL's got you sucked in.
And I don't even
that's why you're watching every game. That's why you're paying for the red zone.
The red zone.
That's why you're staying up late and watching Sunday Night Football. That's why all the advertisers love the NFL. Because of you, Lloyd. The fantasy gambler. I mean,
both.
Like,
I'm getting it from both. I'm getting double
the
teamed.
Fantasy gambler. What a a honey hole of a consumer
I'm just
for the NFL. It's a wonder you don't have a jersey on over there.
There's
Jamar Chase jersey, Rookie of the Year.
But don't throw it too much to him because I'm playing against him, but I bet on the Bengals.
Damn, I hope I see Jontre Kirkland playing some quarterback, bro.
Sounds like that's the move.
It does. What do you have to lose?
Now, speaking of game,
I'm telling you, Kansas, I didn't mean to set that up because I don't want Kansas State to grab that soundbite from BJ, but now that he's gone, they ain't ready for that.
No chance.
They are not ready for a run-pass option when you got Jontre Kirkland, you got Brian Thomas, you got Jack Besh, you got Malik Neighbors, you got my man. Why do I always forget 22's name, who I love? I love 22. What's his name?
Armani
from Alabama. Armani Goodwin, who's healthy. I mean,
those two in the backfield.
I'm telling you.
It's going to be high school. And they can't run with LSU if that's what they want to do. That's the best way to win, right? You just turn into a track meet.
Yes.
Kansas State can't.
Well, I mean,
what's Bill Snyder going to do?
What's the advantage?
Athletes.
The athleticism. You got no numbers. You got no depth. You're missing all of your studs, all of your frontline players, but you still have better athletes than Kansas State. Then line up and play 11 on 11 athletes. And sees what I mean. Like, you've now got to account for John Trey Kirkland every single play. And if you don't get your hands on him, he can break it. Like, he'll take it to the house. You know what I mean? And if you in the next drive, when you start blitzing up on him, he'll throw it over the top of you.
So he, in high school, no, it is high school, but it was Lutcha, threw for 2,500 yards.
Dude, he was
he was a stud.
And it's not a stud.
It's not what you think it would look like. He's going through progressions and making, like, he's checking down. He knows exactly how to play quarterback. It wasn't, one read and go. He was going through progressions at Lutcher, but I'm about to go through the stats here in just a second because he's better than you think.
Absolutely.
It's not that far-fetched. But so 25 in his senior year.
Won state championships.
Yes, 25 hunch throwing, 29 touchdown passes, 12 picks. That's okay. And then the rushing.
Risk taker, bro.
He ran for 1,000 and threw for 2.
He is a legitimate dual threat quarterback. Like, coming out of Lutcher, he was a legitimate dual threat quarterback. You heard BJ. The first name he said on the starting 5 for basketball was John Trey Kirkland.
Whenever you have Jordan Tolles out there, who I think practices with the basketball team every now and then.
With the basketball. I mean, Brian Thomas was the MVP of the state championship game, the 5A state championship game as a freshman.
And the people he listed: Chris Hilton, Brian Thomas. It shows that they got.
Micah Baskerville was a surprise.
It's a surprise, yes. But if you're worried about the wide receiver recruiting class, look at who the people he lists and the athletes that LSU has. We'll be okay in that front.
Besh was a starter at St. Thomas More.
Well, I bet. I saw he was yamming on people.
Yeah. Bean 1227. Hey, Jordy, can you talk some Pels? I mean, I guess. Bean, do you? I mean, do we really want to
name 5?
Name 5 Pels. Josh Hart, Zion Williamson.
You can't name Zion. 5 that have played.
Nikhil Alexander, Josh Hart.
2.
I mean, like, dude, they sit Jackson Hayes to the D League.
The G League.
The G League. They sent and they sent one other one to the G League. Who have I named? Nikhil Alexander, Josh Hart. I mean, Garrett Temple.
Okay.
Garrett Temple. Golly, bro.
I haven't watched a game.
I've just peeked at it, and I haven't watched one from start to finish.
They're gone.
I
mean,
guess.
Do you think Zion plays over/under games? I would set it at 1.
This year?
Yeah.
No, I think it's about to be into Mike Thomas. It's about to be a Mike Thomas situation, where, like, you think he's gonna play, you think he's gonna come back, and then at some point he's just gonna burst your bubble and say, "No, I'm not coming back."
He was in that Mountain Dew commercial.
We didn't say Brandon Ingram. B.I.
That's still only 3.
B.I.
Valanciunas?
No. B.I., Garrett Temple, Nikhil Alexander, Josh Hart. We've nearly got a 5.
And Valanciunas. There we go. We got it together.
There's
we
5.
can put the team together. Who's the coach?
Willie Green.
There you go. Sports. We know it.
You know him, bro. You know him.
Watch him every night.
They suck, though.
I'm not watching it ever.
I think they're playing right now.
There was a time. Were they on Christmas last year?
Yeah, absolutely. They've been on the last 2 Christmases.
Did they play yesterday?
No, they didn't play yesterday.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
That was
the Zion. On the 26th.
That's the Zion effect. You wanted to see it, but now that he's not going to play, I don't know what they're going to do going forward.
Jackson Hayes got called back up. We had a 5th. Mark Cumbie, Pels losing in the 4th by 8.
Oh. They can, I'm sure they're covering.
Geo Cosmic 333, Saturansky. I love that name.
It is 350 right now.
4-game win streak for the Pels.
Okay. Noah?
NBA really doesn't start for me, to be honest, until Christmas. Like, I really don't start paying attention to the NBA until Christmas. And then if the Pels, no dog in the fight. 4 straight games, we'll start talking a little bit of it, Bean. But I can't give you segments, bro. I can't give you segments of the Pels.
The only thing that's kept me kind of in tune with the NBA has been Steph. so far because he's kept this thing.
He's must-watch television right now. I mean, he is must-watch TV for sure. He went off yesterday.
That's what I'm saying. He keeps it's not a. He acts like he is older than you realize because he's a fresh face, like baby face, but he's still got a lot in the tank, and I don't even know if he believes that yet. Like he doesn't. He had so much tread. I guess he was used so much at Davidson.
I think the 2 years off kind of rejuvenated him, kind of revitalized him. I mean, he's been kind of sitting and watching the past 2 years.
If they get Clay back, they're a team. They're put together again.
Yes, they're. It looks like they're ready for a run. Like, because Clay's coming back.
Oh yeah.
I saw he was cleared to practice earlier this week. I mean, he's coming back.
And especially his game, all you do is just sit in the corner.
Just sit in the corner, man.
You're fine.
And they're not playing with Wiseman either. Not that he makes that big of a difference, but I mean,
you want him.
He gets you on the glass, helps you on the glass. Okay, my New Year's plans have been blown up. I was planning on taking Kelly and Jordan to New Year's in Miami. We were going to leave on Thursday morning, fly out Sunday, and go to the Orange Bowl. Go watch Georgia, Michigan was a big New Year's plans. Kelly couldn't wait. And there was just so much going on with the new DL this week. There was so much going on with what we have just in and around moving and getting things set up. I thought I was going to be able to check out, get away from it, and kind of, go recharge the batteries before we jumped into the new DL, but I just can't get away from it, man. There's just too much going on for me to really check out and go do something like that this week. So I got the points. Look at Zeke, touchdown. La'el Collins leading me in. La'el took out 2 right there.
How did that happen with the Cowboys? Did they do that to
La'el?
Because there was
so.
I don't know. That's
really
very.
Fucked with that guy.
That was
that was
so
some
weird.
Low down, dirty shit.
Undrafted free agent, right? Was La'el?
Yes.
He's the first round pick.
I mean, he was the first offensive lineman off the board.
Just gets to go to the Cowboys.
He'd have been a top 5 pick. He'd have been a top 5 pick.
Absolutely. Good for him.
Yeah.
He's got that second contract.
He's in it now. But I just couldn't get away. So I'm going to be here for New Year's, not going to Miami. Got the points for the flight. Plan a later trip. And everything's going to work out. But one thing I am doing is I'm going to Auburn on Wednesday night now. I am going to Auburn on Wednesday night. I'm going to that game. It's early enough at 5 o'clock where you can take off and leave about 10. Time that thing perfectly. Get there right to Auburn, right about 5.5 hours, 6-hour drive to Auburn. Account for a little bit of traffic. Not bad. You can make it happen. Tip that thing off and then just go just old school style, bro.
Culotta drive.
Absolutely. But taking little Jay and Kelly along with me, so it'll be all right. Should be back in Baton Rouge by 1 a.m.
Any thoughts of flying?
A little bit.
I mean, he's a phone call away.
Possibly.
Yeah, you got an extra seat somewhere.
But I hear that there's a huge LSU contingency going.
Good.
Yeah, there's a lot of people going to the game on.
What's your thoughts?
On Wednesday night.
It's the first true. I mean, you've heard. We've talked about they haven't played anybody specifically, but we'll wait.
I kind of feel good for them going into it, as far as they are a very loose team, and it's going to take a lot for them to tighten up. Now, I think that Auburn is going to pressure them. They are going to put them in some uncomfortable situations that they have not been in, but I think it's going to bring the best out of guys like Xavier Pinson. I think X is. He kind of feels like he's starting to bubble. You know what I mean? It's about to click for him. I think Tari Eason. This is
this is why you sit him out.
If you're the best player on this team, and you're in this conference right now, and you're starting to get buzzed about at the next level, this is the game that you really show up. This is the game where you're the best player on the floor, or one of the best players on the floor.
This could be a don't come back game.
Absolutely. And then I think, Darius Days, he's your senior. He's your guy. I mean, he's going to have to hit shots on the road in hostile environment where he is familiar. He's played in this scene before. He knows what he's walking into. This is not going to be as wild or wilder than anything that he hasn't seen at his time at Florida, on the road in Alabama, on the road in this conference at Arkansas when Arkansas was right pre-COVID. Like Will Wade said here, I mean, some of these guys haven't seen anything but cardboard cutouts, or they're just freshmen. I mean, they just haven't seen this type of atmosphere. So the guys that have been here, they got to steady the pace. They got to pick up the slack. They got to take up the pressure on this thing, especially early on. But I can't wait to see Kessler. I can't wait to see Jabari Smith. I can't wait to see these guys.
It's going to be a dogfight.
It is going to be a war.
Because
it's going to be a war.
Built mirror images of each other, right? Like you can see the Bruce Pearl, Will Wade kind of coaching philosophies, and we talked about how they, little buddy, thank you for the lawyer, help. But they do build similar programs. When you looked at Auburn when they made that Final Four run, that was an offensive-driven team. But now they both kind of shifted to, let's get these athletes in there and let's buckle down on defense.
Yeah.
And that is, you'll see a matchup of two, probably Sweet 16 is putting it lightly.
I think that they're just deep postseason type teams.
They're good.
Being 1227 says, Jordy, there's two studs in the 2022 draft. Chet Holmgren, who's up at Gonzaga, and then Paolo Banchero, who is over at Duke. I agree. I think those guys are too high in and really at the top of the draft boards. But one name that is flying up is Jabari Smith Jr. That is in that top three discussion with Banchero and Holmgren.
Chet?
In college basketball right now, yeah. Chet Holmgren as wow. Oh, wow. I think that's two Alabama guys. They're still going at each other.
They're still doing it.
They're still going at each other.
94 ain't nothing to fuck with.
No, is that Jordan Payne?
I think so.
That's Jordan Payne and Jordan Allen. I think those are two Bama boys going at each other.
The Washington defense should be better.
Cliff Howell, Jordy, the boys are good. Y'all are good, Cliff. Y'all are really good. Micah Parsons is a dog. I mean, he looks like the defensive. Who is better than him on defense right now? Who is Chandler Jones having? I mean, I know that he was having a really good year. I'm trying to think. I mean, I hate to start naming names like this real time because you're like forgetting. I mean, Aaron Donald, I'm sure, is having a dominant season. But I mean, it feels like every time you look up, Micah Parsons is like running through NFL football. I mean, like he is like picking people up and throwing them aside. Washington's got big problems, huge issues. I mean, they're fighting on the sideline right now. Bo Brune, sorry. Tari is a first round. Projected as a first-round draft pick right now. Yes. Look,
what a trajectory for him.
I bet you there is going to be scouts, GMs from every team at that game Wednesday night. I mean, think about the people that you get to see on Wednesday.
What's the
up close?
What's the most hostile away environment you've been a part of?
West Virginia.
At football?
At West Virginia, basketball. I thought you meant basketball.
No, yeah, that's fine. I
just
remembered
just basketball, but that was
palpable.
Yes. I mean, it was just.
Is that Pittsnogle?
That was Pittsnogle. They retired Jerry West's jersey that day. I mean, it was. The locker room was underneath. They were all stomping their feet like it was
gladiator.
It felt very Roman. Like gladiator times, yes. I mean, it was
first out the tunnel, dude. I want it.
It was nuts, bro. And I mean, go in there against that Pittsnogle, and the head coach was Beeline. I mean, and his son was the point guard. Pittsnogle was on that squad. They had their starting five. They went to the Final Four.
That's my first experience with that. That's when we were.
They went to the Final Four the next year. Because LSU's Final Four was George Mason, LSU, Florida, and UCLA. And Pittsnogle and West Virginia went to the Final Four the next season with Beeline. And that was Beeline's like final year at West Virginia because he was coaching his kid. That team they were so well coached. But Daryl Mitchell hit two, cold-blooded, killer three-pointers. One was to put them into overtime, and the second one was in the corner to win in overtime. Jordan Allen looks like, Jonathan Payne looks like he is going to murder somebody on national television. I mean, like, he is shaking. He's so mad right now.
OT, 71-68, LSU wins.
Unbelievable game, bro. Unbelievable basketball game. I'm telling you, that is one of those inconspicuous games in LSU basketball history that not a lot of people talk about, but it was like November, right? It was early.
It was 3-0.
I mean, they were 3-0. So it was like
number 13.
I want to say it was like before Thanksgiving. It was so early.
November 26th.
It was freezing. It was over in West Virginia. The place was packed. They're retiring Jerry West's jersey that day, bro. I'm telling you, there's some kid that comes down to the tunnel, and Brady's pacing underneath. Like we're in this. It was a lot like the Cow Palace. It was like a circle, and the place kind of, like you could see the hall was like almost like bending to get you to the locker room. The way that you ran onto the floor was you ran up the steps. Like
so when you were working for the team?
You're underneath. Yes, you're underneath the floor. You're underneath. It's like Tiger Stadium.
That's awesome.
Like Tiger Stadium.
Yeah.
Like when they're sitting in the locker room, they can hear people stomping their
bowels.
feet on top of your head, right? Like, get out of here.
Oh, and they're going West Virginia, country
here.
road.
Right, absolutely.
Take me home. And you're just like, holy shit, these white people are crazy.
On top of you, and it is just like, don't, pounding down on you. And Brady is like, the team is in the hall, and everybody's like, just like kind of clapping it up, like, let's go, baby, let's go. And Brady's like pacing. Like when he would pace, he would pull on this part of his jacket. And he would always kind of pull it as he would walk. And he was like walking back and forth. And this kid comes down from West Virginia, who is he couldn't have been a sophomore in college. Like, he still had that
19.
Baby face. He had gone to Sears and gotten a suit that morning. You know what I mean? Like, it was one of these
not
just
fitted.
right,
It's just
like
your Dillard's off the rack.
And comes down there and he's like,
hey, coach.
Hey guys, we're going to be running a couple of minutes late on our pregame. We're honoring a guy. I don't know if you've heard about him, Jerry West. And like,
the logo.
And everybody's like, the tension is thick down there. We're LSU's nervous. Not nervous, but it's just game time. You know what I mean? Like, people are getting in it, man. You're starting to get in it. Right now. Now's the time you ain't cracking no jokes. And fucking Brady looks up. Fucking, who the fuck? Looks at him like with this look like, you stupid motherfucker. You know what I mean? The guy's like, kind of like goes from like a smile to a,
oh no.
Yeah. He's like, get the fuck out of here. He said, you don't think we know who the logo is, son? We know who the fuck Jerry West is. Get y'all shit done and let us know when it's time to come out. Get the fuck out of here. Like, kid's like looks at me, and goes like from like smiling to like pale white. Like the blood just rushes out of his face. Daryl Mitchell says something like makes the room kind of like loosen up. And I remember thinking like Butch Pierre like said something, because Butch Pierre was always the last one out. And I remember him saying something like to the effect like, we gonna whip their ass. Like, we gonna win today. We gonna get them today. And we went out there, and I remember like the big push was, keep it close before the first TV timeout, before the first dead ball. Make sure
don't let it collapse.
Don't let them get this thing rocking, because like before the game they'd fire off that musket, like they'd fire.
But they had the guy in the hat.
Yeah, bro. But like they'd fire the fucking gun
inside.
Butch Pierre was under his chair. Like he was like down, like looking up, like
you white people are nuts.
Yeah, Brady's like, get the fuck up, Butch. We got a game to play, man. And he was like, I don't know what the hell's going on here, John. It was nuts, bro. And like, dude, Tyrus Thomas, they kept it tight. That first TV timeout, he put Tyrus in the game, and Tyrus got 2 like pin blocks, sprinted the floor, caught it, yacked it, and
Pit snuggle, you ain't ready for this.
You could feel the crowd like, oh shit, we didn't, because they beat LSU the year before in Baton Rouge with Brandon Bass. Glenn Davis was a freshman. Like, LSU was good, and they came in there. Pit Snoggle and those guys were young, like they were like freshmen, and they ran LSU up and down the floor. And I think they thought they were going to do that again. Like they thought they were going to out-athlete them,
LSU
which
has
they
an
did.
Alien on the bench.
And Tyrus Thomas came out, and you could hear people like, holy shit, we have nobody in this gym that can guard him. Jerry West can't guard this cat if it's 1961, he can't guard. I mean, like, he was
58 championship
flying
again.
Up and down the floor. He blocked a shot, I'm telling you, his elbow was on the top of the square.
Honeycomb?
Like, I mean, he pinned this thing and brought it straight down and, like, flipped the ball to Daryl Mitchell and sprinted the floor, and Mitchell got it back to him, and he dunked it on the side of the rim. And, I mean, it was a timeout, bench going nuts. People just kind of looking at you like, oh, my God, we're about to get beat. We're about to get beat. This thing with Jonathan Payne and Jordan Allen is nuts, bro. Like, they are
whoever 97 is in the middle doesn't want to be there anymore. On the sideline.
Like, they're in a problem. They got they got issues, man. They're like knelt down right next to each other on the defensive line right now. Typical Washington.
But when it goes to the West Virginia game, Jerry West came out at halftime and apologized for being a distraction. LSU was up 37-27. He's like, I'm sorry for...
He did?
Uh-huh. Sorry for being a distraction for tonight.
Is that a true story?
I just read it on ESPN.
Wait, say that again?
Jerry West came out at halftime because they were honoring him. He's like, I feel like I've been a distraction tonight.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yeah, yes.
Because, like, the game has obviously reached, like, a fever pitch, and LSU's winning.
Yeah, but they came back in the second half.
Yeah, but he got out in the forefront, and it's like, I feel like this is my fault.
But here's the deal. After because we stayed in West Virginia that night. We didn't leave that night. We stayed that night, and we went out with Pittsnoggle and them. Dude, it was like, it was like Big Baby, Daryl Mitchell, Pittsnoggle, Beeline, like these dudes in like downtown. I mean, like they were running this play. They were the legends, and like everybody there was like, the fuck took y'all so long to retire Jerry West's jersey? Like, I mean, like this guy's the NBA logo, and it's 2005, and you cats don't. I mean, like, what are y'all doing over here? I mean, like, because everywhere you go, it's like Jerry West Boulevard, like Jerry. I mean, like it's like. And y'all hadn't retired his jersey, and y'all wait till today. And it was one of the toughest environments that I've ever seen a team go into and like block out the noise type shit. Like, forget all this shit. Like, it's just us. Just get this thing done, man. Let's get on the bus and get the hell out of here. You know what I mean? It
can backfire on you, right? Because once, like, you get a visiting team like, oh, we're on 10 tonight. Like, all right, we're showing up to play. Like, that's what you worry about with Dale Brown Court in Kentucky coming in town. It's
For sure.
Oh, they're trying to make this a thing.
Absolutely.
Well,
I would think if they win Wednesday night against Auburn,
that thing's going to be...
The Kentucky game looks like a huge trap.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it feels... I mean, like, because it's a lot of emotion you're going to spend on that Wednesday trip to Auburn. At some point, Auburn, Kentucky, Tennessee. You know what I mean? That's a lot you got to get up for, man.
I mean, you saw that the gold standard for coming out this week is going to be unreal. Because you saw how much he got those guys. He had them convinced that Louisiana Tech was
no doubt
Alabama football against LSU football.
No doubt.
This was the biggest game he's ever coached in, and he wasn't faking it. Will Wade looked absolutely fucking pissed.
Yeah.
Like, he was mad, and he convinced the entire team that, like, look, they think it's their state. It's like, this is Tech. They don't think that. Like, if you're on the outside looking in, and he absolutely got the entire team to buy into that. Are they going to unveil, like, script on the court with the signature and all that for Dale Brown?
I would assume so. I mean.
So you think if LSU loses to Auburn, they come back and beat Kentucky, but
yes.
if they beat Auburn, they might lose to Kentucky.
I just think at some point within the first 3 games,
the other foot has to drop.
It's tough to do that every week, man. It's tough to do that every game, and not to say that is, impossible, but I mean, the game at some point gets you.
It's exhausting.
You know what I mean? Like, it's a very emotional, mentally draining game, and to have to
get up,
bro. You got to get up, and I mean, I know this is what it's about, and that's why you recruit these guys, but I mean. So do they. So does Tennessee. So does Kentucky. I mean, it's just...
You made that much better.
Right.
Do we save Joe Burrow for tomorrow?
What?
Talk. Just the talk?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
525, 4 touchdowns.
Ben Baker's going to be here. Ben Baby.
Blake Baker. Blake Barker.
Barker.
If you follow the Instagram.
The Bakers is much fun as always. Much love from the Bakers. Bakers, it's great to hear from you. Have a wonderful New Year. Look forward to seeing you at the Noodle. Hal Jubin, the Jordy Culotta Show. SEC-wise, what's the toughest one in your opinion? I really do think it's going to be Auburn. I really do. I think that Auburn's going to be the toughest game for them. Just from a matchup standpoint, Auburn is a really, depending on how you look at it, from the LSU side, a very tough matchup. They match up with LSU very well. LSU matches up with them. It's going to be a great game, man. I'm telling you. It's going to be a fantastic game. I think Alabama's going to be a really good game that they play twice in this SEC schedule. They play Kentucky here, which is going to be a really good contest. I think at LSU, Auburn, Alabama are really kind of the class of the conference. I think that Tennessee has looked really, really good at times, most notably the last time out versus Arizona. They looked really good, but during the pre-conference schedule, they have looked more beatable than some of these higher-end SEC teams. Not to say that they can't put it together and make a really nice postseason run. And then I would put Kentucky in that mix. But I think going into the season, we all thought that the league was going to be really, really elite. Texas A&M, Arkansas, possibly Ole Miss with Kermit Davis in there for another season. But now that you've had, 11, 12 game sample to look at these teams from around the league, I think that it's Auburn, I think it's LSU, I think it's Alabama, and then I think it's Tennessee and Kentucky kind of in that. I mean, if you're looking at the top tier, I think that LSU, Auburn, and Alabama are in that top tier, right? Alabama's got a really great win in the non-conference. They do have a head-scratching loss late in it, and they also got their ass whooped against Memphis. That's as good as Memphis has played under Penny, though. That game that night was the best game that they've played under Penny. Nobody would have beaten Memphis that night. So I think those three are the top tier, and then I think Kentucky and Tennessee are kind of right there on the fringe of that top tier. Maybe not a click below. Easy. Score. Tackle eligible, bro. Tackle eligible.
That's the second one this year.
Wow.
This week, Lane Johnson scored as tackle eligible.
Lane Johnson is a hell of an athlete.
Yeah, he's the Tyron Smith where you're an offensive lineman with abs.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're just a freak.
Right. Wow, Washington's
Jerry
about
loves
to
it.
melt.
Jerry's hard as hell.
No claps, just the stare.
His hands are on his pants.
All right, have a great night. We appreciate you being there with us. Law Offices of Lance Beal. Shout out to him every Sunday night. Remember, lawofficeoflancebeal.com is where you can find him, right there at lawofficeoflancebeal.com. Whatever you're looking for, it's personal injury, small business, construction law, family law, estate planning. Let Lance Beal help you out. Law Office of Lance Beal, 337-991-6263 is the phone number. I hope everyone had a very Merry Christmas. Enjoy the rest of the holiday weekend, whatever your New Year's plans are. Good luck with them. Going to be a huge week for us at the UDL. Remember, if you'd like to help on the Move the UDL, check out movetheudl.com. Movetheudl.com. We've got a couple of packages that we've got put together for you. If you want to help us out, I know it's the holiday season. I know financially right now is a tough time to ask for anything. But if you can spare it and you're up for it, check out movetheudl.com. We appreciate it greatly, and we'll throw you some gear and some swag for it. Have a great rest of your weekend. We're with you tomorrow morning right here on the Jordy Culotta Show, 7 a.m., YouTube, Facebook, jordyculottashow.com.